Hello, scientists. Today I am in front of my classroom, room 17, your kindergarten hall, and I am looking at all these beautiful plants that are growing so vibrantly and so big right now. They've been getting lots of good water and lots of amazing sunshine. And I'm going to get out my wonderful journal, my science journal, and I am going to choose one thing that I want to look really close at that draws my eye, and I'm going to draw it today. Ooh, there's a scarecrow. Well, that's not really growing in nature. I'm going to choose something that's growing in nature. Ooh, what about these bright orangish red tomatoes? That would be something wonderful to draw. Do you have something growing near you that you could draw? So I'm going to get out my notebook, my science notebook, and I am going to sit here and I'm going to look at this really closely, and I am going to do a little sketch of what I see. And it should look just the way you see it. So I want you to zoom in, look really closely, and then put what you see on your paper. So I see 2 tomatoes. So I'm going to draw them about the size that I see them. Like circles. They look like circles. I'm going to really examine them closely. I'm going to see them in a way I've never seen them before. Ooh, look at those wonderful tips. They kind of almost look like a starfish right there, don't they? How many of these do they have? What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little almost leaves on top. So I'm going to draw all 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way that scientists draw is they usually like to label. So I'm going to count up different things as I write in my science notebook, and I'm going to write numbers on how many I see. And I knew that there were 2 tomatoes, so I'm just going to draw these lines to connect to show I'm making a label for 2, just like we do in writing. And this one's kind of hanging on to a longer vine, so I'm going to show that how it twists around and around, and then it kind of connects to this one on that vine, doesn't it? Use some squiggly lines. That's what I'm noticing, is some squiggly lines. And if I come up to this top, 1, 2, 3, 4, I also see 4 little tops. 4 little pointy, almost like triangles on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how interesting. Now, as a scientist, I might want to smell it. That's using my senses. It smells kind of sour. Maybe a parent could help me write sour. I could think about what it starts with. Hour. Good. Now I'm going to label the color, and in a minute I'll get out my colored pencils. I'm going to say red. I know how to spell red. And orangish. I know how to spell orange. It's like a red orange. And what else can I notice about it? The vine is kind of fuzzy, isn't it? It's a little bit fuzzy, so maybe I should put some fuzzes on it. Wow, it's really interesting when you get to look so closely at something, isn't it? When you get to really see it and observe it. It's kind of shiny there too. Maybe the sun's shining on it. I could draw that shine. Cool. It also has some parts that maybe looks like somebody already picked them off. Maybe there were more tomatoes growing on that vine and somebody picked them off. So I'm going to draw that part too, which shows that there's still these little 4 leaves at the top kind of hanging on there. We can tell someone maybe picked it. Wow, and then I can draw how this connects to like a thicker part. Oh, interesting. And then there's another part over here that's thicker. Now, it's really important when I'm doing my scientific drawing that I don't need to do this whole thing. That would take a really long time. I just zoom up on one part that I want to show. Oh my goodness, what happened to that little tomato that was there? I must have flicked it when I was showing you guys the whole thing. Ooh, and as I was looking up, I saw some flowers. That could be my next sketch, or I could draw that next to my other drawing here, those yellow flowers. I wonder if that's what the tomato bloomed from. I wonder if that's what it came out of, if it started as a flower and then it made its fruit. Did you know tomatoes are fruits? Oops, I just must have put this one off, I guess, because it came off so easily. It was ready to taste. Should I try it? Now that's a good tomato. I will also write that it tastes kind of sweet and sour, like it smells, and a little bit bitter. Now, it's not always okay to taste what you are drawing. Make sure you ask an adult first if it's something that's edible. I'll let this one grow a little bit longer, or maybe the birds will get to it. There's so much exploring to do. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you go find something that you can go draw really, really up close in your nature journal. Thank you. Have a good day.